Alright, we're looking at slope of lines today. This should be a review from Algebra 1. So we're going to look at the slope and determine if they are parallel or perpendicular lines. So we have parallel lines never touch, have the same slope. Perpendicular lines intersect at a 90-degree angle. They have opposite sign and reciprocal slope. And then your slope formula, let's add that on here, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That's what we use for slope. So in our first example, we're just finding the slope of each of them. So on this first one, if you have just a graph, you can count squares and do kind of a rise over run thing. So if I look at this, so I'm going from here to here, I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4 and over 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4 and over 1. So this would be a slope of, since it's going down from left to right, that would be -4, because -4 over 1 simplifies to -4. Or if you went all the way down down 8 and over 2, that would give you -4 also if you divided those. In part B, I'm going to use my slope formula here. So if I label these x1, y1, x2, y2, it's easier to just substitute into the formula. So I would have 2 minus -5, 6 minus -2. So this would become, when you have the minus minus, that becomes plus. And then this would be 8 here. So since that can't be simplified at all, 7/8 would be the slope there. Part C, whenever you have a straight horizontal line like this, this has a slope of 0. If you have one that's straight up and down, that is undefined slope. So on here, I'm going to do the same thing. So -2 minus 5. So this gives me -7 divided by 0. And you can't divide by 0 in math. It doesn't make sense. So this is undefined. And if you looked at that graphically, that would be a straight up and down vertical line. So a vertical line always has undefined slope. Okay, example 2, determine whether FG and JH are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. And it gives us the points on there. So first thing we have to do is we're going to find the slope on both of them. So F and G, if I use these two, I have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is really like -2 plus 3, so that would be 1. And this would be -3, so I have a -1/3 slope for the one of them. And then the other line, we would have 3 minus 0 over 6 minus 1, or sorry, 6 minus 5. So here I have -1/3, and here I have +3. So looking at those, these are opposite sign and reciprocal of each other. So these would be perpendicular. Alright, last example. Graph the line that contains that point and is parallel to MN, with M being -2, 4 and N 2, 1. So let's find the slope of MN first. So if I do 1 minus 4 over 2 minus -2, that gives me -3/4 for the slope of MN. So if it's going to be parallel lines mean it's the same slope. So it goes through this point and it's going to have this slope. So the first thing I'm going to do is plot that point, 5, 1, which would be right here. And if it has a slope of -3/4, that means I could go down 3 and to the right 4. It looks like I ran out of room there. Or I could do the opposite. I could go up and back. So if I go up 3 and back 4, it gives me this line right here. Alright, so you have the last two to do on here. Very, very similar to the problems above. And why do bananas have to put on sunscreen? Because they don't want to peel. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day and make sure you're kind to someone today.